star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. So the Raptors starting five. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. George out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the 5, down low. Well, Doris, the season is just getting underway. How together do you expect teams to be at this point?
Well, it depends, B.A. Are you experienced or are you young? And I know this, the first 20 games usually are a very good indicator of how your season is going to play out.
For 3, Barrett. It's hauled in by the Sixers. For 3, George sinks it from distance.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Oubre. Ooh, great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." B.A., back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's George. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
Maxey surveying the D. And there's Embiid. That one's good. And the assist from Maxey.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Outside Barrett. And that one's good. Ingram. Ingram's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, fantastic adjustment on the shot against tight defense.
George sets a screen. Oubre against Barnes. Oubre can't hit. The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. 3 on 3. Here's Edgecombe. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
This team trusts Maxey to make good decisions with the ball.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, excitement building in Ontario ahead of this coming May when the WNBA makes its long-awaited launch north of the border. The Toronto Tempo will become Canada's first ever WNBA franchise, and with that league finding a rhythm, this debut feels right on time.
It's a beautiful thing. Shams, appreciate the report. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night. .107
left in the first quarter here. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Barrett. Back to Pirtle. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Outside Barrett. And the Raptors miss again. Philadelphia leading by 6. George finds McCain. Philadelphia moving it around. Takes a 3. Sinks the tray.
Just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Outside Ingram. To win the run. Good on the bucket. Ingram's got 6. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Philadelphia on top, leading by 7. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Walter, and it's Shed in at the 1 spot. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Murray Boyles, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
Watford with it. Pass to Maxey. Here he goes. And the shot goes down. Maxey's got his second bucket on the night.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Here's Bona. Back to McCain. To the inside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, nice one-handed jam here, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Raptors trail by 11. Well, injuries a nightmare for the Sixers, Grant. Last season, a league-high 55 different starting lineups.
Yeah, B.A., and their lowest win total since 2016. But some silver linings. Jared McCain was on track for Rookie of the Year before he went down. And Quentin Grimes also impressive.
Now here's McCain. Pass to Maxey. Here's Bona. Watford outside. Shot clock at 6. The 3 is up. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. Grimes has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. George comes in for Watford, and it's Kelly Oubre in for McCain. And Toronto also making a switch. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Mobo. And there it is for him.
Nice touch from the mid-range. Ingram looking confident, rising up and shooting from there.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Grimes. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass. .124 left in the first half of this game.
Barrett a screen on Maxey. Back to Barrett. Embiid with a steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. George for three. And the 76ers another three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Barrett finds Pirtle. Now here's Dick. From 12 feet, and there's Toronto with another bucket.
Well, nice and controlled. You love the form there from Grady Dick in the mid-range.
Quickly against Maxey, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
So it's Toronto now, following the score by Philadelphia. Here's Ingram. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
We've got 22 seconds left in the half. Embiid passes to Maxey. It's Grimes on the wing. Embiid a screen on quickly.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers out in front by 19 going into the break. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fitting them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
You know, for Philadelphia, they've started this season on the right foot, something we kind of expected, given their offseason. We'll see if this is a pace they can maintain as the year rolls on.
And switching gears now to that first half, big hill to climb for the Toronto Raptors.
They're getting lit up. Not staying connected to the shooters, allowing too many good looks.
Yeah, and defensively, you got to fight over those screens better. And help has to come faster.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the 3, small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, BA. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Brian, back to you.
A tone setter at that end. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Lets it go from 11. Oubre can't hit. Raptors trail by 21. The Raptors have a really interesting core, Doris. What do you think about it?
Well, obviously they are loaded with young, talented wings. Scotty Barnes, good scorer, excellent rebounder. R.J. Barrett, a little bit streaky as a shooter, but a dynamic scorer. And Brandon Ingram now, still all in their 20s. So which of these players really pops as their consistent star?
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn, where they'll face the Nets. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip. The Sixers lead by 21. George with it, and it's Ingram picking him up.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
And that one falls for Oubre. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, B.A., it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
First one falls. Grimes, he's checked in for the Sixers. And Toronto also making a switch. Dick, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Maxey against quickly, and that one drops for him. Maxey's got 8.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Toronto passing it around. Dick. They get it again. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Here's Maxey. And here's another one for the Sixers.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient. Outside
Barrett. The open shot by Barnes. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
This guy's such an intelligent scorer. Scotty Barnes really ready to rise and fire.
To the left side wing. Pass to Grimes. Here's George. He's guarded by Barnes. Rejected by Barnes.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
9 seconds left in the third. George outside. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. And the way they've been playing, I just don't think they could possibly lose control of this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. So the Raptors 5 right now. Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Walter, and it's Mobo in at the center position, locking down the middle. Pass to Watford. Here's Maxey. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their defense has been on point all game long. They're out hustling the shooters and swatting down plenty of shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Now here's Maxey. Defense is right there. They set the pick. Pass to Bona. It's McCain on the wing. 5 on the clock. Inside. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And no hesitation on the jam. In transition.
Grady Dick says, I've got some vertical, folks. Look out.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. Oubre comes in for Watford. George, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for McCain. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Hurdle's checked in for Mobo. Barnes comes in for Dick. R.J. Barrett, he's checked in for Walter. And quickly subbed in for Shed. Now Barnes. Oh, deflected. Now Ingram. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Here's Pirtle. Outside Ingram. Fires the three. Cleared away by Embiid.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Now it's Maxey. Jacks up a three. Barrett with a rebound. A minute 39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Barnes. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Grant?
Well, you know, B.A., winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Joel Embiid.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight. You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Quickly, passes to Pirtle. Cash!
Boy, you love that play by Quickly. This guy can score or make plays for teammates.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Embiid! The three is off. Maxey against Quickly. Here's Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Joel, congratulations. A quality win tonight. What enabled you to secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We won soft. We shared the ball defensively. We were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
The toughness showed and paid off. Thanks, Joel.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And let's reveal our player of the game, Joel Embiid.